Hey everybody, I'm the Ranting Monkey, and today we're going to be looking at a really stupid and deceitful article from Harpers Bazaar.
It's official. Men still prefer women to be young and thin. Well, this is pretty depressing. By Hannah Flint. Women may be loving their curves more now than they ever have before, but apparently some men don't quite feel the same.
The very first sentence, and you're already bullshitting me. Guys, this is a really short but very dumb article, and I'm going to read through it real fast, and then we'll get to the heart of the matter.
That's according to a study, first published in PeerJ in 2015, which focused on different female body shape preferences, conducted by Professor John Speakman. Speakman's team gave men from 10 countries across the world a set of cards featuring the varying body shapes of women and told them to rate them in order of attractiveness. The most popular card depicted a female body with a BMI of 19, which is borderline underweight and typically associated with youth. The study also found that popularity of female body shapes decreased as the BMI increased.
This is such a simplistic reading of the actual study, you fucking idiots. You're making my brain hurt.
Apparently, there's an evolutionary reason for this preference, as younger people are seen as fitter and therefore having a better ability to reproduce.
Now that's all we're going to read from this article. There's only 2 more paragraphs. You can read it on the screen there if you want, and the link will be below. But the rest of it is just the authors of the study talking about what they think it means. Now, let's recap. Men like skinny, young women. That's what we're hearing here. The problem is, that's not actually what the study showed. If we go over to phys.org, we can actually see more about the study. We're going to move down to the relevant portion here.
In all the populations, males and females rated physical attractiveness of the female images very similarly.
See that? Men and women were shown this stuff. It wasn't just men. Men and women. Judge them the same, for fuck's sake.
The very thinnest images with body mass index of around 19 were rated as most attractive. As fatness increased above that value, the less attractive they were rated. This contrasted the prediction of the mathematical fitness model that there should be a peak in attractiveness around BMI of 24 to 24.8. The reason for the discrepancy was revealed when subjects were asked how old they thought the people in the images were. In this exercise, they judged that the fatter people were older. Age is itself a strong indicator of evolutionary fitness. When the age factor was also included into the model, the optimist fatness fell to a BMI somewhere between 17 and 20, corresponding exactly to the images people found the most attractive. This suggests that we find thinness in females so attractive because we equate it with youth. A BMI of 17 to 20 corresponds to the average BMI of a young 18 to 20-year-old with maximal fertility and minimal risk of future disease.
See this? It has very little to do with how fat they are. It's more about how likely they are to be a good breeder and not make you itch when you wake up. Harpers, what you did here was really fucking dirty. You took a pretty interesting scientific study and boiled it down to guys just don't like fat chicks. You actually put on there, isn't it depressing? You completely neglected the fact that women were included in the study. This was just some feminist bullshit. Oh no, guys don't like fat girls. They only like really skinny people. That's not at all what the study showed. What the study actually showed is that men and women consider thin women the most attractive. Not just because they're thin, but because they think they're younger, when they are most likely to not only bear children, but not cause disease. That's fucking fascinating. We hear all this talk about how Barbie makes women think they have to be thin, or the images on TV, all of this stuff, it puts this pressure on women to be thin. When the truth of the matter is, biology does it. At least in this study, it seems to show that we equate larger people with being older and therefore less fertile. It's not about not liking fat people, it's about the survival of our species, for fuck's sake. That's a really interesting topic, and it should be explored further. Yeah, I get it. That fucks up feminism because, oh no, we can't blame our body issues on TV. This bullshit chopped up piece of an article. I gotta give you a little bit of credit here. You took a pretty interesting subject, shoved it into a few paragraphs, completely misrepresented it, and got a dig in at men at the same time. That's pretty impressive. But it was dirty as fuck. This is actually a really interesting study. Was the research absolutely complete? No. But it does show maybe more research is needed. Maybe we can stop blaming the media for making women feel bad about themselves. Maybe we can just admit it's an evolutionary thing. Because men and women are looking to reproduce. Even if you don't think you are. The back of your brain where the caveman still lives wants the species to continue, whether you like kids or not. We all have different things we find attractive. But what this study shows is that there's a large part of it that has nothing to do with the toys we played with as children. It's our natural desire to propagate the species. And to take that and boil it down to this man-hating bullshit, go fuck yourselves. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up this one. If you enjoy what I do here, please consider becoming a Patreon supporter for as little as $1 a month. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm the Ranting Monkey, and I'll see you next time.
It's official. Men still prefer women to be young and thin. Well, this is pretty depressing. By Hannah Flint.
Your life makes me sad.